About these pairs. We're talking about these pairs on our market technical breakdown today for the time period of September 22nd to September 26th. We're talking about Euro USD, talking about GBP USD, we're talking about GBP JPY, we're talking about XAUSD, also known as gold, we're talking about Bitcoin, we're talking about Ethereum, and we're talking about Solana. We're going to try and make this as catchy as possible. Then we're going to dive into the fundamental news for the week. Once we're done wrapping up with the fundamental news for the week, we're now going to head into the giveaway session. Okay, so I want you to watch the end. I want you to watch the end because it's not just going to be educational, it's also going to be insightful and profitable for you. Okay, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel once more. Okay, so for Euro USD last week, we said that the market was at this point for Euro USD, and for me, we said that we wanted the market to go down a bit before it shoots up. So on Monday as well, the market moved a little bit on the 15 minutes time frame, then it shot to the upside, okay, breaking past this supply zone we're expecting to come towards. So our analysis was on point. So to actually update this chart now, let's go to the weekly time frame. We'll start from weekly time frame to update the chart. So we mark out the previous week high and the previous week low over here. Then we move over to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we mark out the daily demand and also daily supply. So over here is our daily demand over here, and all the way up here is our daily supply, current daily supply. So then we go to the 4 hours time frame. On the 4 hours time frame, we mark out the 4 hours demand and the 4 hours supply. So the 4 hours demand I currently see now is over here. This is the 4 hours demand I currently spot. The market is very close to 4 hours demand. Okay, so mark it this way. Then the 4 hours supply I currently spot. The 4 hours supply is all the way up here. Okay, so let's pinpoint that. Okay, good. And then we mark out this level as well for the 4 hours supply. Okay, so with that in mind now, what can we say that we forecast this market to be? Well, the market is currently close to a demand level. So what I expect from the market is to dive a little bit into this demand level and then shoot to the upside for this time duration. Okay, it's going to what, dive into this demand level. Okay, then move to the upside. So be looking more for buy setups for Euro USD. Okay, so watch out for that. Don't miss out any of our signals. Just visit the link on the description to join our Telegram Forex Made Easy group, Telegram group, and also our WhatsApp 10 digital lane group for our signals. Okay, so that's it for Euro USD. Then we dive into the next one. The next is GBP USD. So for GBP USD, this was our forecast for GPUSD for Monday. We say from this level Monday, we should just expect market to keep going up to this level, and that is exactly what the market did. Market from this level moved up straight and got to this point at the tip of this supply zone. Okay, on Wednesday before it started selling to the downside. So this analysis was accurate. Let's now update this chart. We go to the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, we just update this previous week high over here. Then let's point that properly. Then we also update the previous week low. Then we go to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we mark out the daily demand. This is the daily demand. Then we also mark out the daily supply. Like I said, this is daily what, demand over here, and then this is daily supply all the way up there. So I'm going to have to discard this because it's not valid anymore. Then we go to the 4 hours time frame. On 4 hours time frame, mark out the 4 hours demand, and from the 4 hours demand I spot over here, we see 4 hours demand all the way down here, all the way down. This is the 4 hours demand I spot all the way down here. Okay, okay, so and then the 4 hours supply is all the way up here, all the way up here, all these levels here is a supply. So from what I can see, the same picture for Euro USD. So I expect to tap into the demand zone and then move to the upside from here for GBP USD. Then the next on the list is GBP JPY. So for GBP JPY, I called out a signal on that Monday and we took the buys for that signal. We also updated our followers with that signal when we told them to take profit, partial profit. The details is on our Telegram group, and as well we told them to break even on that trade. So we took a buy from here, it moved to the upside, but before we could make massive profit with the market reversed on us before it started moving to the upside. So our signal for Monday on GPJPY was on point, but it didn't follow through towards our major target. So we go to the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, we mark out the previous week high and previous week low. This is the previous week high over here, and this is the previous week low over here. Okay, good. So let's delete this for now. So then we go to the daily time frame. But basically, what you can see is that this market, you see on the weekly time frame, it has been really moving to the upside this way. This is an impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction, and it's trying to prepare another impulse correction. So for the next impulse towards this level. Okay, so watch out for it. And meanwhile, let's go to the daily time frame. So on daily time frame, we mark out the daily demand and daily supply. So what's the daily demand we see over here? Daily demand is all the way over here. Okay, then the daily supply is going to be above. Okay, this is the current daily supply we see all the way. This is current daily supply I see. This is current daily demand. Okay, then I move to the 4 hours time frame. On the 4 hours time frame, let me update this. Place it this way. This is demand zone, and then this is the supply zone over here. Good. So for GPJPY, I still see that there is a structure here that the market could still move towards over here. Yes. Okay, so since this market actually took this low, if you can see the market moved in this structure. So move like this. This is an impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse. So this correction took this low. Okay, so literally minimum I'm expecting the market to move from here to here. Okay. So it's a little minimum move, more like a rate test. Okay, so from the there now we can expect another drop. But for now, it's just this little push up that I'm seeing for JPY. Then for gold, XAUSD. So gold, our forecast for gold actually stood and played out. Okay, so we had this demand zone here for gold. This is the demand zone we have over here. Okay, so this is the demand we had over here for gold, and we're expecting gold to buy from this level. Okay, so you see gold dive into it and is now moving to the upside. So let's update this chart. Okay, let me take this off. Okay, so let's update this chart. This is the previous week high over here. So just you don't need to trade everything. You just need to focus on one and ride the wave. The previous week low over here. Then we'll go to daily time frame. On daily time frame, this is the daily supply over here, and then this is the daily demand over here. Okay, so we then go to the 4 hours time frame. The 4 hours time frame already spotted at 4 hours demand. So literally for gold, I still have this forecast that the market is going to shoot to the upside once this high is taken. Okay, because the structure, the buy structure still holds. Okay, the uptrend still holds. It holds swiftly. Okay, so this is what I still expect. Heading probably towards the psychological level of 3,750 per ounce. Okay, then the next on the list is Bitcoin, BTC USDT, BTC USDT. Okay, so for Bitcoin, it actually played out as we intended. The market was here. Market was here, and we expected the market was shoot to the upside before it sold. So that is exactly what the market did. It went to the upside towards supply and it sold. So that's Bitcoin for you. So that forecast is actually on point. So let's delete this and then update the chart. Go to the weekly time frame. So weekly time frame, we update the previous week high and previous week low. Although we are still within that week, cryptocurrency runs 24/7. So this is the previous week high over here, and then this is the previous week low over here. This previous week low over here. Then we go to the daily time frame. On daily time frame, this is daily supply over here, and this is daily demand over here. Okay, so this still is a good spot. Then we go to the 4 hours time frame. 4 hours time frame. Okay, so literally this power supply still holds over here because it has not tapped in yet, has it? No, it has not tapped in. It created a previous week high, but the market is not actually tapping into that power supply. Okay, so what I see for Bitcoin mainly is that it is becoming a little bit stubborn, although it is inside the demand zone now, a 4 hours demand zone right now, because Bitcoin is inside a 4 hours demand zone. So from this level now, I can anticipate that the market is going to go to the upside over here. But this is more like a retest, okay, because I still see something like this playing out very well for Bitcoin. Okay, so that's what I see. Either that happens or we expect this low to be taken. Once this low is taken, there's going to be a retest for the market to go to the downside. But I'm mainly more seeing that this market is going to shoot to the upside for a retest to continue because the market does not move in one direction. So I'm going to stick to this. So this is what I see the market is likely going to do, to go to the upside, retest, and then sell from there. Then forming this head and shoulder pattern to complete this head, and this is going to be the left shoulder, the head, to form the right shoulder for the sell. Okay, so that's what I see mainly that is highly going to happen. But meanwhile, from what I can see, there is a neckline here that is already formed. If I'm to use this as a neckline, this is going to be what a neckline that is already formed. But it's going to be a smaller time frame. You look at it mainly. Okay, that's for the head and shoulder pattern. Then for Ethereum, okay, so for Ethereum, let's go to the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame on Ethereum, mark at the current week high and current week low. This is the previous week high because this week is going to end in 3 hours and 40 minutes and the market is going to open in like few minutes time, uh, probably 40 minutes time. The Asia session is going to be open. Then we go to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we mark out the daily demand. The daily demand is all the way down here, which is on point. And then the daily supply, I will adjust the daily supply to be here, okay, which is all the way close to the all-time high. So we then go to the 4 hours time frame. 4 hours time frame, I purely use market structure. Okay, you see that market was trending this way, was trending to the downside. Impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse. Then they had what another what impulse that took this high. Then for another what correction, creating more of a double bottom. So then the impulse is a change of character. So then it got came retest. So this impulse, this correction. So we're expecting another impulse minimum towards this level. Okay, if the market wants to now consistently from there, it can sell from there. Okay, that's what I see for Ethereum. So for Ethereum now, we're setting the market to buy to the upside from this level all the way up here. Okay, because there's liquidity line all the way up here. So this is what I see now for Ethereum against the United States dollar. Okay, Ethereum USDT, that's Theta, Ethereum Theta. So now for Solana, let's go to the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, let's update the previous week high, which is the current week we're in. Previous week high and previous week low over here. Over here. Then this is the previous week low. This is previous week low over here. Then we go to daily time frame. On daily time frame, mark out the daily demand. Over here, this is a daily demand I see over here. Okay. And I see another daily demand over here. Then the daily supply is all the way up here. Okay. So let me adjust this and bring it to where I can actually work with it currently. Why I adjusted is because if you look closely, you see that there was this type of structure that formed. Yes, the market had this impulse wave, impulse correction, and that impulse. This high took this high, so it's more like a correction now. I could get another what impulse to take this high and the previous week high. Okay, so let's go to the 4 hours time frame now. On the 4 hours time frame, I spot a 4 hours demand. Okay, for this 4 hours supply, let me adjust this more like 4 hours supply like this way. This one like 4 hours supply. Then for the 4 hours demand, you already guessed it right. This is the 4 hours demand I see over here. Okay, so basically what I see for Solana is to at least move to this level minimum. Okay, so that's it for Solana. So thank you so much for watching to this point. If you're interested to learn about trading, you can dive down to our website www.10digitallink.com, and you see that 10 digital link digital passive portfolio that is going to give you the opportunity to 10x a digital portfolio. Okay, so here at New Digital Learning Academy, we bring a unique perspective to the world of digital assets. We teach you how digital trading works, how to earn massive passive income on different digital assets, how to invest in safe assets, how to build and grow your startup business from zero to hero. Sign up with us because procrastination is the thief of your time. Okay, so you can come over here, see some sponsor companies that work with us, some reputable companies you have worked over time with, and we've also recommended it to our students. These are our team, our global team, and these are our package, our prices. We have the free package for you to be able to test our education. We have the basic package, which is $49 per month. We have the 3 months package, which is $139.65. We have the 6 months package, which is $264.06, and we have the 1 year package, which is $470.04. Okay, over here now you're going to see the comments of our students like Anison to good morning, Tony. It's good to hear from you. I have long awaited this opportunity. I am convinced I will do great things with you. You will equally benefit from meeting me. I assure you I will be a good student, and he was a good student. So our website mainly is for those who are devoted in the forex industry. That you who are a beginner, you don't have the knowledge about trading, you can come to our website and learn about the beginner education. Or you're an advanced trader, but it's not really adding up for you. You can as well come to our website and be able to join. So for you to join, you just need to create an account by selecting a package. Once you're done creating an account, okay, you require to use your email and your password to create this account. And then when you're done creating this account, you have to log in to access the course materials. So you just put your email and your password and you click on the login session. So after you log in to the account, it's going to bring you to our referral link, the sponsor partners we